lifting him up with both hands. This is my pulling hand, my hikite. But my right hand, I'm lifting him up. I'm just lifting him up off the ground. So that's the Tsuri and the Tsuri Goshi. So I come in here, grab here, and I lift him up both hands. Now, because remember, he's going to be pulling straight up. Right? When he fits his hip in to throw, and lift, and that's it. Good toss. Let's work on Tsuri Goshi. Tsuri Goshi Tsuri means to lift, or to suspend, hang something up, to lift it. And Goshi is hip. So it's lifting, hip throw. Okay. There are two basic applications of it. There's O Tsuri Goshi and Ko Tsuri Goshi. O Tsuri Goshi is the major, lifting it, and Ko Tsuri Goshi is the minor one. I'll show you the differences here quickly. So here it is, and you don't have to be a big, tall guy to do it well. It's where I do reach around the back, but you don't have to be tall to do it. I've seen short people do it, stocky people do it. It's just how you do it. We're going to show different ways to do that. Okay. So let's look at Tsuri Goshi. I got my standing kumikake. Can everybody see? Okay, normal grip. Okay. Now with my right hand, I'm going to reach around his deltoid. This is why you don't have to be a big, tall guy to do it. Now, even if I reach around like this, I'm setting myself up. He's going to launch me with a uranagi or something, a rear throw. So I don't want to just reach in there like that. I'm going to get nailed. He's going to get me. So what I want to do with this right hand, I'm going to reach around his shoulder, right here, deltoid area, and I'm going to grab him by the middle of the back or the belt. Okay, can I see this? So I can grab by the belt here. See this? Now that works really because it's a great handle, isn't it? Or the back. Okay. All right. So I'll grab on the back because that's more convenient for me. So I reach around here, grab on the back. Now when I do this, I just come in with hip throw. Let's see how this turns out. Standard hip throw. But here's the deal. It looks kind of like O Goshi in a way. All right. But here's the big difference. I'm lifting up with both hands. This is my pulling hand, my hikite, but my right hand, I'm lifting him up. I'm just lifting him up off the ground. So that's the Tsuri and the Tsuri Goshi. So I come in here, grab here, and I lift him up both hands. So it's going to be this movement. And I'm lifting him up on the hip and turning. Have you did one with him? I'm going to throw a crash pad over.
However you like.
So let's look at here. Okay, Josh reaches around the right deltoid here. Now see this? He's going to grab the belt. That's cool. Whatever belt's fine too. All right. Now because remember he's going to be pulling straight up. Right. When he fits his hip in to throw, good, and lift, and that's it. Good toss. Well, it looks an awful lot like O Goshi, doesn't it? Well, it does. But here's the difference. You're lifting and sticking your hip in. So when I lift him up, that helps him, it loosens him up basically, and I can turn the hip real fast. So it just reaches in. There you go. That was O Tsuri Goshi. Big movement. O means major, or big. He's reaching big movement around the outside. Now Ko Tsuri Goshi looks very much like O Goshi. Very much, except the difference is I'm still lifted. So again, let me just for a second. Now, when I reach in with Ko Tsuri Goshi, I'm not reaching around or over his shoulder. I'm reaching under around the waist. I just grab the belt or grab the jacket, okay? And I'm going to be lifted up. So when I come in, I lift, and there it is. Give a belter, judo gi, back doesn't matter. See the difference? So basically, the difference between that and O Goshi is I'm lifting with this hand, this is the Tsuri. I'm suspending them up, I'm hanging them up in the air, and that helps me get my hip in front of his hip and turn. Now in O Goshi, major hip throw, I'm grabbing around the waist and I'm trapping it. Do it again, just grab around the waist, just trap it like O Goshi. Okay, so let's look at Ogoshi. And Ogoshi doesn't really grab anything other than this. See how he grabs it? Let's turn around. Everybody see how he grabs? And by him grabbing this way and pulling his partner Daniel into him, he's going to put his hip in front of him, and throw him over the hip. He's not lifting him, is he? See the difference? It's a subtle difference to people who don't know judo, but it is clearly a difference to those of us who do. So I'm not just trapping his hip and turning in front of him. Now I'm lifting up on his hip and turning in front of him. So that's the difference between Tsuri Goshi and say O Goshi. Okay? We just did Ko Tsuri Goshi, or minor lifting hip throw, because I'm grabbing around the waist, and it's a smaller move. It's not a big looping move. So O Tsuri Goshi around the deltoid. O Tsuri Goshi is major. Tsuri Goshi, major. There you go. And Ko Tsuri Goshi is where you grab under the arm and grab around the waist, but you're grabbing the belt. There you go. And in both cases, this right hand, the surite, the lifting hand, suri means to lift, te means hand. The surite is doing exactly that. It's lifting, and you're lifting them into place. Now we're going to show this, how we can work this in a more competitive, realistic situation a lot, and how you can turn this into samurai goshi and other things. But right now, any questions on that?
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
When you're doing the major Tsuri Goshi, when you're throwing uki, let the arm go when you throw. That way they can break fall.
Oh yeah,
Don't trap the arm all the way through. As soon as you come around, let the arm untrap.
Watch this, because he's trapping. Look how he traps the arm. It's your turn. Everybody see how he's trapping that arm? Now, if he was a jerk, okay, he could come in there, and you will see this in competitive judo and sambo, certainly, where he's holding on, he's flattening him out, he wants to make sure he finishes it. But for practice sake, go ahead and fit it and toss it. Let go and let it move it briefly. Safety, right? Okay, we also have nice crash pads. You, however, chose not to. You probably didn't like that, did you? There you go.
Yeah, a couple holes again, a couple throws.
I like that. All right, we good? Let's practice O Tsuri Goshi and then Ko Tsuri Goshi. They're not hard to learn. They really aren't. But I think they're core, fundamentally important throws in judo that people don't give them enough credit. I love them. I think they're very effective.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Inside there? When I trap Daniel's arm, when I'm coming across, I like to fight at a corner. I'm not going to try and do this in front of him.
Yeah, good point.
Okay? I'm in big trouble. Okay? I like corners, and when I say I don't mean corner or side, I mean corner.
See how he's doing it? And then we can get his arm around.
Now when I trap, I'm a little bigger than Daniel, okay? And when I come in and I trap him, notice his elbow's kind of in my elbow, and that's a really nice trap for me. I can trap an arm here, but if Daniel does it to me, see, my elbow's actually below, so he's actually trapping bicep, okay? And that's still the same thing, if not better, okay? You want to go ahead and throw it?
Everybody thinks Tsuri Goshi is for like big tall guys. And I liked it, I must say, I liked it. A lot of my tall athletes have liked it, but you don't have to be a tall guy if you reach around the shoulder of the delta. Okay? All right, let's go get it.